And it was a great team effort to beat DeWanna Bonner in her return to Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Had to feel great for the fans there to see her vanquished and not playing well, and Alyssa Thomas complaining all over the floor. Bonner booed in her return.
You know what's poetic about basketball karma? DeWanna Bonner learned the hard way when she returned to Indianapolis. After walking away from the Indiana Fever mid-season, she likely believed she'd landed in a better situation. But when she stepped back into Gainbridge Fieldhouse, reality hit different. The Fever, even without Caitlin Clark, dominated the Mercury 107-101. Bonner was booed relentlessly, managed just 4 points, and watched her replacement, Ari McDonald, explode for a career-high 27. To top it off, her fiancée Alyssa Thomas was caught on camera taunting Fever fans right before they were humbled by the very team they dismissed. So what fired up Caitlin Clark? And how did karma catch up with Bonner in more ways than one? If you agree, drop a comment. * instant karma. Bonner. * let's go.
We got to celebrate beating down DeWanna the Scammer Bonner. Cheers, my friend. Cheers, buddy. DeWanna Bonner, I just want to start here. You stink. You stunk it up. You caused all that ruckus. I thought you stopped shooting threes hitting the side of the backboard when you took the Indiana Fever jersey off.
The moment DeWanna Bonner stepped onto the court at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, the energy shifted. This wasn't just another game for Indiana fans, it was the one they had circled on the calendar ever since Bonner walked away from the team. Mid-season, after signing a contract with the Fever, the boos began the second she checked in and didn't let up. Her return to Indianapolis wasn't just a road game, it was a confrontation with the fans she left behind when the going got tough. Every time she touched the ball, the crowd grew louder, more intense. Chants of quitter echoed through the arena as she stood at the free throw line. The frustration was real. The emotion was personal.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is her first team second. Coming in, home guard for Phoenix, number 14.
The crowd's reaction was so intense, even Caitlin Clark couldn't hide her feelings. Sidelined with a groin injury, she was caught on camera fully engaged from the bench, celebrating every defensive stop against her former teammate. When Lexi Hull and Natasha Howard combined to block Bonner's shot, forcing a shot clock violation, Clark leaped to her feet and cheered like they'd just won a title. The message was clear. The energy, the unity, the passionate, all pointed to a locker room that hadn't forgotten how Bonner left. Clark's reaction said it all without a single word.
Bonner battling with Hull. Bonner turns, fades, fires, and leaves it way short. Great defense there by Hull. Copper tracks it down and bounces for Bonner, who had her shot blocked. And it's a shot clock violation. Bonner walled off by Hull, and then blocked at the rim. Indiana has that 5-point lead in third.
Alyssa Thomas wasn't just watching from the sidelines, she was fueling the fire. Throughout the game, she openly taunted Fever fans, getting into heated back and forths with multiple sections of the crowd. At one point, cameras caught her telling fans that Bonner had joined a real team, completely unaware of the scoreboard disaster that was about to unfold. Thomas acted like she was making a statement, but she had no idea how badly it was going to blow up in her face. As the game wore on, her taunts became more aggressive, clearly trying to defend her fiancé against the relentless boos. But for Fever fans who had been waiting months for this moment, the unfolding drama couldn't have been more satisfying. Bonner finished the night with just 4 points on 104 shooting in 21 minutes. She pulled down a single rebound while the team she left behind dismantled the one she thought was a better fit. Her performance was as uninspired as her departure from Indianapolis had been dramatic. Karma was already making its presence known, and the Fever weren't done. They came with a message. When you walk away from a team building something real, don't be surprised when that same team proves you were never the missing piece. With Caitlin Clark sidelined due to a groin injury, questions swirled about whether the Fever could hold their own against a Phoenix Mercury squad sitting third in the WNBA standings. Critics were circling, ready to declare Indiana a one-player team. This was supposed to be the game that exposed the Fever's full dependence on their superstar. But someone forgot to tell Ari McDonald. McDonald, who wasn't even on the roster at the start of the season, stepped into the spotlight and showed exactly why DeWanna Bonner's exit might have been a blessing in disguise. The former Arizona standout who averaged double figures in all 93 games of her college career was more than ready for the moment, and she delivered.
Bonner booed in her return, which is to be expected, considering the circumstances in which she left. And the players that have come in for the Fever are much better than Bonner was for them. Aari McDonald has been a revelation. She was great in this one again. And Chloe Bibby looks like a perfect fit. So all in all, Fever fans have to feel pretty damn good about that win.
McDonald erupted for a career-high 27 points, going a flawless 10-foot in from the free throw line. She played with a level of heart and determination that fans never saw from Bonner during her time in a Fever uniform. McDonald attacked the basket relentlessly, dished out 4 assists, and brought the kind of urgency that comes from knowing every moment counts. Her speed and energy were simply too much for Phoenix to contain. But McDonald wasn't doing it alone. Chloe Bai, signed to a 7-day contract, stepped up in a big way, dropping 10 critical points and showing her ability to stretch the floor with confident shooting. She even came up with a key steal on defense, proving she wasn't just filling. Espanchi was making an impact when it mattered most.
Did you realize you had it kind of going tonight, and what kind of opened up for you? It felt like you were scoring kind of from basically everywhere.
When I seen those 2 threes go in, then I saw how easy it was, like getting into the paint. I'm like, okay, I'm converting. All right, I'm good. Like, let's keep being aggressive, or just keep taking what the defense is giving me.
Sophie Cunningham nailed a clutch 4-point play and finished with 12 points. Darius Dantas added another 12 off the bench, including a smooth post move that left Alyssa Thomas frozen.
So Indiana trailing by 9, trying to pick up the pace here, and Chloe Bibby hits a 3.
Her in transition, as Chloe Bibby's done this a million times in her time at Maryland and in practice.
And a foul on Sophie Cunningham, give her 3, and she'll go for 4. She's battling hard, spinning, fading, hitting Bai drains a corner 3. The irony. Both McDonald and Bai were signed using the cap space freed up after Bonner left the team. The front office turned Bonner's departure into an opportunity to bring in players who truly wanted to be in Indianapolis. These weren't just bench fillers. They were fighters who understood the meaning of team basketball. The Fever's balanced attack was breaking down the Mercury, possession by possession. You could see the frustration on Phoenix's faces as the game went on. This wasn't supposed to happen. Indiana was expected to struggle without Clark. Instead, they played with more energy and chemistry than all season. Addition by subtraction was unfolding right before everyone's eyes. But it was the fourth quarter when one player took over and sealed the game. The Mercury still hoped for a comeback, but they had no clue what Aliyah Boston was about to unleash.
Mitchell, she's got the 5 fouls. Boston, Cunningham. Yes! And a foul! Sophie Cunningham! Give her 3, and she'll go for 4. Antis battling, spins, fades, fires, and hits. Bibby, corner 3. Oh yeah! Cunningham. Yes!
3-2-1 together. The fourth quarter began with the game still up for grabs, but Aliyah Boston had other plans. She'd been solid all game with 22 points and 12 rebounds, but saved her best for the moments that mattered most. This was crunch time, and Boston was about to prove why she's becoming the cornerstone of the franchise. The Mercury were pushing for a comeback, hoping to steal the win on the road, but they had no idea what was coming. Boston took full control, scoring 17 points in the fourth alone, and leading a personal 10-0 run that crushed any hope Phoenix had of turning the game around.
Gotta continue to stack, okay? We ain't got no room for sliding back, okay? We no room for slippage. Every day, there's a sense of urgency, okay? I was proud of you guys, the way with offensive and defensive substitutions, being ready to go with that. Everybody who came in made an impact. We had 5 in double figures, damn near 7. That's really, really good. Y'all, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you. Together, 1, 2, 3, together!
So too has Aari McDonald, who did not start the season with the Fever, but has really come on strong. Pass inside, it's a bullet. Some more contact there underneath. Hole hits the ground. Austin has a size advantage here. Wants the clear out, gets the clear out, gets inside, and pushes it home. Teams have now erased double-digit deficits. 9:30 to decide a winner. Howard inside, Boston, deep position.
Wow.
Dangerous pass there by McDonald, rescued by Howard. Howard trots inside, left hand off the mark. Boston pulls it down and lays it in. Donovan's just had that look in her eyes here tonight, but it's Boston taking over in the fourth.
No answer.
Tibbetts.
Only 15 three-point attempts and 6 makes for Phoenix from outside the line.
Boston step through, lays it in. You can't stop her.
Powers in the paint.
We're still playing without Kelsey Mitchell. She's got the 5 fouls. Boston, Cunningham. Yes! And a foul! Sophie Cunningham!
I think she handled it well. I don't understand, like, she's a legend, and just all the things that she's done for the league, and just the disrespect, I can't get down with it. They booed her. She didn't say a word to the crowd. People talk some trash to her, but we got her back. But it's just very distasteful for what their fan base is doing. As far as when it comes to DB, because it's like she's just the sweetest soul, and the situation didn't work for her, and that's just not what she wanted or whatever. But it's just, we don't need all of that. It's just unnecessary.
You talked a little bit about being happy for DeWanna Bonner, finding a good spot for her. What was your overall thoughts on having her there in the reception tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about the reception. I don't hear anything once I'm out on the floor, but it's weird seeing her on the other side. But at the end of the day, basketball is basketball and relationships are relationships.
What was it like having DeWanna Bonner return to Indiana, and what were your thoughts on the fan reception tonight?
Honestly, that got nothing to do with me. I think DB returned because we were playing Phoenix, and so that happened to be that. The fans just knew what they wanted to do, but for us, it's about paying attention to what we have to do here, and that was coming in and getting a big win, which we were able to do.